You take a message. I'm sure Mr. Freeman wouldn't want to keep you waiting. Okay, sir, if you don't mind, there are other customers.
Hector glares, stepping aside.
Sorry about that. Welcome Los Suelos Serranos. May I take your order?
Yeah, can I get a 12-piece bucket with the jumbo fries and...
He and his men stand in different areas of the restaurant. Customers look uneasy. Hector lights a cigar.
Excuse me, sir. You can't light that in here. Sir? There's no smoking on the premises. Please, sir, look at the signs. No fumar.
Hector ignores him.
You can't. It's a health code violation.
The mother looks at her son.
Sir, it's employees only.
Hector helps himself to a soda.
Sir?
As the mother and son walk towards the door, the ponytailed man blocks their way. Nacho locks eyes with him and shakes his head. The man relents and lets them pass.
Sir.
Hector finishes pouring his soda, then walks behind the order counter. Several customers shift uneasily. One leaves.
Sir, you're not allowed to.
Geldim. Hello guys.
Hector pats Lyle on the back and puffs on his cigar. The employees look scared.
Şimdi benim bir masaya ihtiyacım var.
At a fire hall, the mob boss with the slick back hair and glasses who doubles as the well-dressed employee from Pollos Hermanos is introduced.
Gus Freen is a pillar of our local business community, not just for underwriting our travel raffle, but for making the best damn chicken in town. Gus.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Gentlemen, ladies, I hope to never need your services. No offense, but if I ever did, it's good to know that.
As seen through a closed glass door, Gus addresses the staff.
Galerian.
Gus leaves,
What?
exiting past the fire trucks. He answers his phone.
Şimdi fırçalarımı da yıkamıştım. Betül hoş geldin aşkım. Böyle parlak bir şey falan gerek yok, tamam mı? Kırmızı ruj, cart curt, bir şeyler.
I'll be right there.
Bu fırçaları da boyayınca asla çıkmıyor. Ne yapıyorsunuz?
Gus
Hoş
hangs up,
geldiniz.
looking stoic. Now he arrives at the restaurant. The
Arkadaşlar
ponytailed
bugün de
man unlocks the door to
garip
let him in,
hissediyorum
then
ya.
walks behind him. All the customers are
Şimdi
gone and the frightened
yüzümü
looking staff
biraz
sits
beyaz
together at a
yapmam
table in the
lazım.
middle of the restaurant. Nacho stands behind them.
Kaşlarımı sabitledim. Böyle yüzüm biraz mat olması gerekiyor.
I want you all to go home now. You will be compensated for your full shifts. Normal schedule tomorrow. Go now. We are closed for today.
Bu da güzel bir kapatıcı.
The seven
Fondöten.
employees file
Çok
out of
az
the restaurant.
kullansam bile
Lyle stops.
bayağı iyi kapatıyor.
Mr. Freeman, you sure you want to be left with these guys?
I'm fine, man.
Should I call someone?
No.
Arkadaşlar Harley Quinn makyajı yapacağız.
You sure?
Please do.
Harley Quinn Joker karışık işte.
Lyle is the last to leave, and they lock the door behind him.
He's waiting in the office.
I know where he is.
İyice her yeri kapatıyor.
Gus heads into the back office and opens the
Yüzüm
door.
beyaz
Hector
olmuş.
sits waiting, smoking his
Çünkü
cigar.
Harley
Don Hector.
birazcık beyaz.
Took you long enough.
Hector leans back in a chair, putting his feet up on Gus's desk.
Müziğimiz olsaydı iyi olurdu ama arkadaşlar telif atıyor ya. Müzik
Mine
yapamıyorum.
is
Yükleyemiyorum.
Cartel
Açamıyorum. Neyse.
But it is mine,
Hi guys.
and it is legitimate. My employees are civilians. Your actions here today have endangered them, my interests, and
How are you
those of
guys?
the cartel.
Şimdi neyden başlayalım?
I
Kaşlardan.
am the cartel.
Ya da şeyi yüzümü
And from now on, you are my
sabitleyeyim.
new. You
Çok
are
az
going
şu
to
kadar
bring
pudram
my
kalmış.
product
Part 2.
north.
Pet Part 1.
Hector glances at the bottom of his own shoe. He picks up a pen and
Yüzüm
scrapes
parlamasın diye
excrement off
biraz
his shoe
pudra
onto Gus's
süreyim.
desk.
Elif hoş geldin.
I understand that your supply line has been compromised. And
Bu pudra da
this is
asla
most
çıkmıyor.
unfortunate. However, my trucks are already at maximum capacity.
Make room.
Don Hector, you must understand that I answer to one Bolsa.
You want to cry to Bolsa? Cry to Bolsa.
Elif kız olduğunu anladım çünkü ismin Elif zaten.
Adding more product will threaten the reliability of the entire operation. May I ask, did Downey Ladio approve this?
Yeterince beyaz oldu mu? Ruh
I
gibi oldu.
approve this.
Gerçek bir ruhani.
Hector gets up and walks to the door, stopping to glare at Gus.
Hello, hello, hello. Ne yapıyorsunuz? Kaşları yeşil.
Gus watches
Kapatıcı
Hector
getirmedim
walk through the empty
arkadaşlar.
restaurant and out the door.
İnce bir fırça
Nacho the
lazım şu
ponytailed
an.
man followed.
Maviş yemek yapmasını bıraktın herhalde, evet. Yeter artık yapmayalım.
Gus stands by the window looking calm, then begins to gather trays and garbage from the restaurant tables. He picks up a piece of tin foil and wads it into a ball. A thought seems to cross his mind.
Of, şuraya değdirdik ya.
Seeming pleased, he turns and tosses the tin foil ball, aiming at a trash can. It goes in. A faint smile crosses his
gidiyoruz.
lips. He picks up the trays of garbage.
Kalp yapar mısın aşkım? İki elimde dolu ya. What's your name? My name is Mari.
Evening. Mike is at the parking lot toll booth. He lifts the boom gate as an SUV approaches. The driver, Gus's man, hands him a brown paper bag. and
Nereye
drives
bir yere
off.
gitmiyorum. Hallowen make-up'ı yapıyorum.
Mike opens the bag and takes out several bundles of cash in $10,000 bundles. The SUV approaches the exit gate.
You let me out of here? Hello?
Bir tık daha koyu yapmam lazım.
Mike opens the toll booth window and holds out the bag.
Dışarı çıkıyorum diye bir şey demedim. Yalan
The man looks
söylemem.
confused, but Mike is insistent.
Tell him we're square. What? No.
Ay çok garip gözüküyor.
Mike tosses the bag of money through the SUV window,
Arkadaşlar
then
Harley
opens the boom
Quinn
gate.
makyajı yapıyoruz. Abone olmayı unutmayın. Nasıl oldu kaşım? Biraz garip duruyor. Neyse bu
Mike
bir
closes
şey
the
olmaz.
booth window.
Şimdi mor yapacağım.
At Los Pollos Hermanos, before the restaurant opens, the employees clean and prep for the day, chopping tomatoes and
Şu
vegetables,
renkten
mopping
bu
the
NYX'in
floor,
paleti şu
organizing cutlery
altına
and
geçeceğim,
napkins,
sonra koyu
checking in
mordan
or advice
üstüne
tea.
yapacağım. Çok koyu mor yapınca da dağılmıyor ya. Ben de öyle yazıyorlar
A
diye
woman
chatte
washes the
sordum nereye
windows.
gidiyorsun diye.
As she squeegees away the soap, she
Yere
sees
gitmiyorum.
Gus walking across the
Yani
parking
yemek
lot
yerken.
towards the restaurant.
Hazırlanırken genelde bu soruyu soruyorlar. Thank you, styling. Guys,
As he
subscribe
enters,
please.
all the employees look nervous and concentrate on their work. No one looks at him.
Şu anın ortasındakini görüyor musunuz? Şaka gibi olacak.
He approaches Lyle, who
Şimdi
stands
bir tık
behind
daha
the order
koyu
counter
bir mora
organizing cutlery.
geçiyorum.
They make eye contact. Then Gus looks around.
Bu abla 2 saattir anlatıyor sanki görmüyor.
Excuse me, everyone. Could you all please take a moment and join me out here? Please, come.
They all comply, gathering around.
Come, come, come.
Kam. YouTube'un şu an kamerasını kullanarak bunu yapmam çok saçma. Ayna lazım, ayna yok.
I would like to apologize. to each and every one of you who yesterday had to endure the behavior of those men. It was
Gözün yeşil
unacceptable.
mi mavi mi? Yeşil.
Despite the difficult circumstances, you all acquitted yourselves impeccably. That said, if any of you wish to seek counseling due to lingering trauma, speak with me privately, and it will be arranged. Also, you will all be receiving 24 hours of overtime, as I am sure in one way or another each of you brought this incident home with you.
Burayı biraz koyu mu
But yes,
yaptık?
lad,
Mr. Frank,
Bu da
who were
çıkmıyor
those
ya.
guys?
Neyse rimel falan sürünce düzelir herhalde.
well, some of you know, that many years ago, I opened my first Los Pollos Hermanos in Michoacán.
Ya bu kamera biraz bulanık gösteriyor ya. Belki o yüzden mavi
Same
demiştim.
men showed up. They wanted money. And I'm ashamed to say that
Gözüme sok.
I paid them.
Arkadaşlar kanalıma abone
You
olmayı
see,
unutmayın
in
lütfen.
that place, at that time, if I wished
Ya
to
siliyorum,
conduct my
müzik
business,
falan çalıyor ya
I
arkada
had
çok
no
fazla.
choice.
Zaten telif atıyor.
But yesterday-
Onları çıkarmayla uğraşamam 2 saat. Ben de direkt siliyorum.
Yesterday, they came here. Here. They intimidated my customers. They threatened my employees. And again, they wanted money. Now, my friends, I must confess that I almost gave them what they wanted. Then
Telefondan
I thought,
dolayı.
no,
Evet, korkunç.
no.
Zaten
This
korkunç
is
olmaya çalışıyoruz.
America.
Bir tık. Hani bir tık. Çok değil.
Here, the righteous have no reason to
Bir
fear.
eyeliner yapayım.
Here, those men have no power. And when they saw that I had no fear of them, they ran, like the cowards they are, back across the border. They will not return. We will move on from this. My friends, I promise you
Yüzümüzü
that
inceltelim.
together
Harley Quinn'in yüzü ince çünkü. Benim yüzüm falan.
In her office, Kim sits at her desk. She holds her phone and crosses out ads in the yellow pages.
Yes, hi, I'm still here. Really? You sure? Sure?
Cadılar evet.
Sorry for bothering you.
Şimdi eyeliner çok dikkatli yapmam lazım.
Hi, I'm calling because we had an appointment with you guys for, I think, Wednesday? I'll be honest with you, I can barely read my own darn handwriting. My mistake. Okay, have a nice day. Hello, I'm calling to confirm an appointment for Charles McGill. Yes, it's 215 San Cristobal Road. McGill, with an M. A door? Oh, okay. I thought it was you guys. Guess I was wrong. Thanks anyway. Hi, I'm calling about an appointment for Charles McGill. Well, that's why I'm calling. I think it's for this week, but I think my head's attached to my neck, right? San Cristobal, that's right. Yes, that's it. 2:30 tomorrow? Great. So, we're gonna need to cancel that. Yeah, I will. Thank you. Bye.
She writes down Martin's handyman and repairs. Now Francesca on the phone.
Oh, poor Frisky. Pomeranians can be difficult. All that hair. I know. So, Mrs. Mills, does Thursday...
Kim strides into Jimmy's office and hands him the piece of paper.
Ay bulanık oldu.
No. Really?
Martin's
Nasıl?
handyman.
Bence iyi gibi.
2:30 tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bir
How
tık
many
daha
calls
bunu
did that take?
kalın yapabiliriz.
I lost track. Is that it?
Teşekkür ederim Fatma.
Yeah.
Giyim misin? Yok.
Nearly done. I'm just giving it a remorse pass.
Remorse is important.
Leaning over his shoulder, she reads from his computer screen.
I tried damaged the victim's property instead of destroyed property. See if you can't get away with that.
Yeah.
Jimmy makes the change in a computer document.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean it, by the way.
What?
Thank you. Seriously.
You're welcome, seriously. I better get back to you.
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure you got the right guy for this?
No, the creme de la creme.
At Chuck's house, his mantelpiece clock reads 2:35 p.m. He sits at his desk reading, a lantern beside him.
Ne erkeği ya? Ben kızım.
Chuck gets up and answers the door. Mike wears overalls and holds a toolbox.
Gözüm acıdı ya.
Mine's repair.
Yeah, Mr. McGill.
Good afternoon.
Gece
If you don't
makyaj
mind wiping
perisiyle
your
alakası
shoes
yok arkadaşlar.
Mike complies and follows Chuck inside.
this way.
Mind the step here.
As you'll see, the frame is boarded over, but
Ben fikir olsun
the
diye
door
falan
itself is
yapıyorum.
intact. The damage is mainly to the door jamb. The casing's another step up here.
He leads Mike through the dimly lit house to the back door off the kitchen and holds up a lantern for him to see.
No.
Bu fırçayla bunu dağıtamıyorum.
Break in?
Bu da fonatör
That's right.
fırçası.
Went after your copper wire from the look of it. There was a time, remember, when we could leave our doors unlocked.
You certainly do.
Well, where do I plug in?
You don't?
No?
No, didn't you? I believe my assistant was very clear with your dispatcher. No electricity due to a condition that was explained in some detail.
No problem. Good thing I charged my battery. I'd be going at it like Fred Flintstone otherwise.
I'm sorry. I understood there would be no power tools of any kind.
What, a screwdriver and a hammer? Turns a morning job into 2 days with me, myself, and Ben Gay. It's your call.
I suppose. Very well.
Unnerved, Chuck walks away and watches from a distance.
Bunlar da var ya 2 saattir saçmaladılar ya. Şu yüzümü birazcık ısıtayım. Çok beyaz oldum. Beğenmedim yani. Bu kadar beyazlık fazla. Bu kaç tane sende olsa. Şimdi bir dudak kalemi lazım. Harley Quinn. Joker. Yani ikisinin karışımı fark etmez. Gerçi Joker'inki biraz daha yani gözlerinde mor far yok. Geçen de bu fırçayla yapmıştım. Bunu temizlemedim öylece duruyor. Nobody know, nobody know.
seem to be making fast work of it. Good. It's good. Okay, what I'll do, I think is,
Mike ignores him and Chuck retreats to the living room.
Okey mi?
Mike steps away from the door and turns on the drill. In the living room, Chuck looks annoyed. Mike continues to turn the drill on and off without doing any work. Finally, Chuck picks up his book and papers and heads for the stairs. Mike listens carefully to his footsteps. Chuck takes a detour towards the kitchen, and Mike grabs the drill. Chuck backs away and goes upstairs. Continuing to rev the drill to cover any sounds, Mike takes out a camera and photographs the door in various places around the kitchen. The bright flash lights up the room. At the diner, Jimmy meets with Mike and looks at the photos from Chuck's house.
Nice. Great. Yep, nice. At some point we should probably discuss the rule of thirds, but otherwise these, oh, wow. A gas lantern sitting on
Abla
the
Joker
stack.
oldu. Neyse olsun. Yani Joker fark etmez ya.
Museum quality. You, my friend, are the Ansel Adams of covert photography. And that other thing.
Mike reaches into his pocket and pulls out a piece of paper, handing it to Jimmy. Jimmy unfolds it as he takes a sip of coffee.
How'd you get it?
Address book on his desk.
Right. So,
Asla hiçbir şey
what did you
göremiyorum.
think? I mean, speak freely. You couldn't possibly offend me. He's a bit of a prick, right?
Açıklamaya Hallowen makyajı diye yazdım. Yine hala soruyorlar abla ne yapıyor diye. Yani daha nasıl açıklayabilirim ki?
Right. Can't even dish the dirt with this guy.
Isn't our business concluded?
Yeah. Even Steven. I mean, you did fix the door, right?
Yeah.
You did a reasonably good job of it because
I
otherwise...
won't be grumbling to anyone.
No,
That's all I'm asking.
I know.
I did it right.
Thank you.
Nice to fix something for once.
Well, if that's how you feel, I got a leaky toilet back at the office. Right. If you ever need anything from my end,
Jimmy tosses money on the table for his breakfast.
how's the way go?
Mike watches him walk out. Now evening, Mike is in the toll booth reading a handyman magazine. He sees headlights approach and puts down the magazine. He lifts the booth gate and opens the window. Gus pulls up.
Şu çizgi sanki iyi yapamadım gibi. Değil mi? Değiştirsek mi?
You can park it over there.
Ne diyorsunuz? Düz olması gerekiyor. Biraz yamuk yaptım. Gidip silip geleyim mi? Ya ıslak mendil yok. Şaka gibi gerçekten.
He puts his hands in his coat pockets and waits for
Mari.
Gus to walk over.
Nobody know. Ne diyorsunuz? Bir şey söyleyin.
You sent back the payment we agreed upon.
What I did, I didn't do for you.
The man. one killed for helping the truck driver. If I may make an observation, perhaps you are trying to correct something which cannot be corrected.
It's not the kind of thing I want to take money for.
But the fact remains that your actions benefited me more than you can
Bıldırcın
know.
ne ya?
That's your business. I'm just glad to have Salamanca out of my head.
Or perhaps in the future, you will consider working for me.
Mike averts his eyes.
Yani kirpiklerim o kadar kısa ki hiç gözükmüyor.
Could be. That'll depend on the work.
Gus turns to walk to his car.
Arkadaşlar
He stops,
herkes
turning
yukarıdaki
back to
like'a
face
tıklasın,
Mike.
şu keşfetimizi bir açalım. Teşekkür ederim Banu. Şu çizgiyi beğenmedim, bunu değiştirip geleceğim 2 dakika, tamam mı? Bir de bir şey unuttuk mu diye bakıyorum da.
Like you said, it wasn't in your interest.
Unutmuş muyuz? Boynunda falan da dövme vardı Harley.
A bullet to the head would have been far too humane.
Mike watches Gus return to his car, then slowly makes his way back to the toll booth and
Wow,
opens
wow,
the
wow,
boom gate.
wow. Subscribe please.
From inside the booth, Mike watches Gus's taillights disappear down the road. In an office, Jimmy sits alone at a long boardroom table. Howard walks in.
Hey, Howard.
Howard turns off the overhead lighting, then walks out, leaving the door open. He returns with Chuck.
Jimmy?
Jimmy ignores Chuck. Howard closes the door and they both take a seat at the far end of the table, on the same side as Jimmy. The door opens.
Howard,
Kim?
Chuck,
Kim?
Kim takes a seat next to Jimmy, opening her briefcase and removing paperwork.
Türkler keşke yayına hiç gelmese. Neyse. Ya arkadaşlar zaten açıklamaya Hallowen makyajı diye yazdım. Hala neyi soruyorsunuz anlam veremiyorum.
Ms. Hay arrives. She glances up at the lights, noting they are turned off, then sits on the opposite side of the table.
Oh, good. Mr. McGill, does this work for you?
It'll have to do. Thank you.
I assume everyone left their cell phones and so on at reception.
Yes, indeed.
And you'll let me know if you need a break or anything else.
I will. Thank you, Miss Hay.
I was actually speaking to my husband about your condition.
Oh, yes?
I had an aunt. She's no longer with us. She went to church every Sunday, but when the boys' choir sang, she would absolutely have to leave. Something about the frequency of their voices really did a number on her.
Well, that is a shame, indeed.
All right. Let's get down to it. We're here to finalize the pre-prosecution diversion for James Morgan McGill. Representing the divertee, Miss Kimberly Wexler. Mr. James McGill has signed a contract waiving his rights to a speedy trial and presentment of his case within the statute of limitations. The terms of the deal are for you, James, to report to your pre-prosecution service officer at the Albuquerque District Attorney's Office on the second Monday of every month for the next 12 months. Community service hours will be assigned. You must maintain lawful employment. Must only associate with law-abiding citizens. Your client understands that if he violates the terms of the agreement or is arrested for any infraction, the crimes to which he has confessed here will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of
Okeydir.
the law,
Bir şey
in
unuttuk
addition
mu
to any
bilmiyorum.
new charges. He understands.
Nasıl
I must
oldu?
inform you, Mr. McGill,
Şu
as an
saçımı biraz
officer
daha
of
yeşil
the
yapmam
court,
lazım ama sonra onu çıkarmayla uğraşmak istediğim için.
will be referred
Böyle bir
to
şey
the
yap.
New Mexico Bar Association. Okay, I have your statement here. Has everyone had a chance to read it? Comments? Thoughts?
Actually, page 2, he damaged the victim's property. Would it not be more accurate to say destroyed a cassette tape?
I'm sorry, wasn't the cassette tape his property?
Of course it was.
Then it seems entirely accurate to say he damaged the victim's property.
Why be vague? And damaged doesn't reflect its irrevocable condition.
Fine, damaged property belonging to the victim.
It was a cassette tape. That's what it was. Not a teacup, not a chair, a cassette tape.
Bunlar ne kadar çok konuşuyor ya. Yeter be kanka.
Kim leans back so Jimmy can turn to look at Chuck.
I shouldn't have done that. There's no... Okay?
Represent a full accounting.
Oh, no?
I believe the correct amount is $323.98. That includes the cassette tape, which was destroyed.
Good, thank you. $323.98, including the cassette tape.
Chuck clenches and unclenches his hand and shifts uncomfortably as he waits for Jimmy to write a check. A door sign reads, Office of the District Attorney,
Harley'in de burasında böyle bir
Pre-Prosecution
şey var.
Probation Division. The door opens and Jimmy
Yanlış
exits alone,
hatırlamıyorsam.
marching down the hall. Howard emerges with Chuck.
What do you say we get you home?
Howard, Chuck. I'm putting you both on notice regarding the bar hearing. First thing, I'm filing a motion to suppress that tape.
The tape that Jimmy destroyed, you mean?
How about we stop with the games? There's no way there isn't a duplicate.
Really?
Of course there is. You knew Jimmy was going to break in. You wanted him to. There's no way you were going to let him destroy the only copy of that tape, so you made a duplicate. It's the first thing you did.
Kim, this is not how we do discovery. Actually, Jimmy destroyed the duplicate. It's fine now. The original is under lock and key, and in due time it will be put into evidence for your review. So, of course, file whatever motions you'd like. It's your privilege.
I will, count on that.
But Kim, you should be
Bunlar
aware, because I believe this
kıyamet
will be your
sonucuymuş.
first disciplinary hearing.
Yok artık.
The Bar Association standard of proof is far more lenient than what you're used to. Motions aside, that tape will be played. John, see you again.
In a hallway, Jimmy paces.
Parlıyor mu diye bu şeye bakıyorum ama. Sanırım
Kim
hiç
exits an
parlamıyor.
elevator and sees him.
Maça kızdım.
Well,
She remains straight-faced as she walks.
Saçım o peruktan olsaydı güzel
She
olurdu.
smiles.
Bingo.
A great fantasy.
They exit the building
Thank you
together.
Heavy. Yazdık. Neyse küfür etmeyeceğim. Bu yayınları sonra paylaşıyorum.
Jonathan Banks, Rhea Seahorn, Patrick Fabian.
Ya
and
yeter
Michael
abla anlatma, ben anlıyorum zaten. Çıldıracağım ya.
Flashback. A man with an industrial lawnmower cuts long grass in Chuck's yard. Another man breaks. Jimmy comes out of the garage, checks their progress.
Siz ne yapıyorsunuz? Arkadaşlar Halloween'da siz ne oluyorsunuz bu arada? Ya ben aslında Chucky falan olmak istiyordum ama kostümünü bulamadım yani. O kazaktan falan bulamadım. Kendim kumaş alıp yapabilirdim, dikebilirdim ama çok da zaman kalmadı. Yoksa bir şey güzel bir şeyler yapardık. Chucky'nin tulumunu falan ben yapardım. Halloween makeup tutorial. Heavy.
It won't take 20 minutes. Plus, you really can't use it if I don't do it. No, it's all right. We're not gonna. When you're done here, would you get some more lamps in the garage? Thanks. So, you got a phone?
Teşekkür ederim Azra.
sockets and stuff are looking A-okay. I'm gonna check again just to make sure. We're almost there.
Kimse Halloween partisine gitmiyor herhalde.
Good.
Thank you, honey.
What do you think?
Wedding ring.
On?
Hi guys.
Oh, I think off. Yeah. Yeah, off it is.
Chuck, you sure this is the right play? I mean, in my experience, the bigger the lie, the harder it can be to
Abla
dig
benim
out.
gözlerimi benden alıyor.
I'll cross that bridge when I come to it.
Jimmy wanders off and Chuck looks pensive. Later, alone in the dark house, Chuck lights candles. He makes a
2
display
saattir
of
aynı
lighted
şeyi
candles
anlatıyorum. Hala
on
bunu
the side
sorduğunuza
table.
inanamıyorum.
The
Neyse
fireplace is
çıkaracağım
lit and
zaten
candles adorn the
makyajı. O da
mantelpiece.
şurası
Next,
çok
Chuck checks
belli
the
oluyor.
dining table set with elegant placemats, a table runner, glassware, and taper candles in candelabras. He checks to make sure everything looks perfect.
Are you serious?
Now in the kitchen, lit with candles and camping lanterns, Chuck chops greens, garlic, and lemon. He lights a camping stove, melts butter in a frying pan, then adds rock salt to a whole fish.
Arkadaşlar bu bir
After
konsept.
stuffing it with lemon slices, he bastes the skin. Next, he stirs contents in a pot on the camping stove. He tastes the contents, then nods to himself,
No
seeming
problem.
pleased. He takes a sip of white wine.
Nobody know. Bir şey yapacaktım da ne yapacağımı unuttum ya. Niye böyle oldu?
He runs his hands through his hair, then smooths down his shirt. Rebecca walks in, followed by Jimmy. She looks at the candles, seeming puzzled, but smiles when she sees Chuck.
Rebecca.
Chuck.
You look.
Thank you universe.
Good to see you.
You're welcome.
Hey, what's with the candles? Why you sitting
Hey
here in
mommy
the dark?
WhatsApp.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Oh my God, the afternoon I had. 2 hours ago I take the sea bass out. No sooner is it prepped and resting than boom, power goes down.
Yeşil artı mavi karışımı gibi abla gözlerim. Evet bu arada şöyle gözüm mavi içinde yeşil yansımalar olduğu için yeşil sarı yansımalar olduğu için gözü yeşili çevirdi. Kendinize gelelim. Don't like what? Arkadaşım bu hangi dil bilmiyorum. Tipe bak çay demle. Neyse çıkaracağım birazdan gidiyorum. We are from I'm from Turkey and Belarus.
Well, why not? It'll be fun. We'll do an haute cuisine camp out.
Great, that is settled. Let me take your
Oh, yeah.
Привет.
Chuck takes her
Спасибо.
coat. Later, they sit around the table, eating.
Oh my God. I can't eat another bite.
Cheers. To the
See you
galloping
heavy.
Yeah.
Teşekkür ederim Nazrin. Hola. Arkadaşlar abone olmayı unutmayın. Hıçkırık tutuyor beni aradan. Yalnız bir şey söyleyeceğim. Kaşlarım çok keskin duruyor değil mi? Bunu beğenmedim. O kadar keskin durmaması gerekiyor normalde.
I'm so sorry about the lights.
Oh, it's nice. Atmospheric.
Ya benim kaş yapım biraz keskin o yüzden sanırım. Neyse bir şey olmaz.
Neither can I. He's got his own shingle out and everything.
I mean, a real responsible citizen.
Subscribe please.
This place is the same. I mean, I would have thought you'd change things up, move things around.
You've got great taste.
Evet.
How's the tour going?
It's good, good. The Far East this fall.
Bana büyücü
China,
demeye
South
çalışıyor.
Korea, and Vietnam. That's gonna be exciting. And then after Santa Fe this week, we're back to Central Europe.
That's good.
Well, it's a lot of hotels. I mean, in Budapest, I think I saw mostly the inside of the concert hall and the Marriott. You know, I shouldn't complain.
You're not complaining. You're observing. Did you finally get to see Salzburg?
Not yet, but next month after Vienna.
Do you remember when we tried to go to Salzburg? And that crazy old lady on the
Haley'den
scooter
çok Joker'e
chased us
benzemem
out of the
çok.
train station.
And then we went and got, it was a raspberry Linzer toy.
And a white-haired man. She takes another deep breath and turns around to greet them. The white-haired man extends his hand.
Great job, Miss Wexler. Very refreshing. Believe me,
Makyaj eşyalarını nereden alıyorsun? Aşkım her yerden almışım yani.
Again, great job.
NYX var.
Thank you, sir.
Şey var. Bir sürü marka var burada. Maybelline var. Deborah var. Not var. Flormar var. Yani Trendyol'dan aldıklarım da var. Gratis'ten aldıklarım da var. Sephora'dan aldıklarım da var.
We couldn't have done it without you, Anne. I hope you realize this means a
Netflix'ten
whole lot of work coming your way.
Oh, that's great.
tanımıyorum Mahir'i falan.
Well, you don't sound like it's great.
I hate to be a buzzkill, but there is something you need to hear before we get any
Eve
deeper.
var mı?
It's
Bilmiyorum
about
ki.
your former attorney.
Vardır herhalde. Bir tane oradan şey almıştım ben.
Charles has been making some very ugly
Glitter.
allegations about his
Ama oradan aldığım
Jimmy,
glitterlar çok
with whom
çabuk
I happen to
korunmuştu.
share an office space.
Allegations of what?
Charles thinks that Jimmy somehow took control of your documents while he was working on them at his home. He believes Jimmy transposed the address numbers.
Transpose the numbers? How would he even do that?
Charles contends
Görüşürüz,
that
Şevval.
Jimmy took the documents pertaining to the
Tanımıyorum.
branch
Ben
and chose
YouTuber'ları
to
falan
dispose,
tanımam.
photocopied and doctored them.
That's pretty baroque.
The important thing here is I think it could make some noise in public.
Ben kahve yapıp geleyim
I
arkadaşlar.
wanted to tell you this in the spirit of full disclosure. I thought it
Ne
was better
arayış
if you
ya.
heard from me.
Salak salak konuşma. Makyaj yapıyoruz burada.
If you
Herkes
have
sizin
any
gibi bir
reservations at
arayışta
this
değil
point,
kanka.
or if you
Arayışa
are
ihtiyacım yok zaten
not comfortable
gördüğün
staying
gibi.
with me, we can discuss options.
If there's one thing I cannot abide, it's a man who won't own up to his mistakes. Now, whatever mud Miguel is slinging is not going to screw me out of the best outside counsel I've ever had.
I'm so glad to hear that.
We appreciate the heads up, but you can call this guy to put to bed. Now, the most important thing, dinner. Sound good for you?
Works for me.
We'll talk strategy. We move on to Colorado, you talk first. See you Saturday.
This Miguel thing, your shirt, has something to do with right?
No severity is involved in any way, shape, or form.
Good. Then I'll see you tonight.
That'd be great. See you then.
Standing alone, Malkin looks startled and exhales deeply. Now, a small empty courtroom. A man walks in and turns off the lights. Chaplain Howard enters.
Okay, this is it. You can run without lights and collect all cell phones and hold them for the duration of your testimony.
The court reporter, would you possibly bring him or her out of the witness stand?
Yeah, I think we can arrange having them in the back of the room. I'm sorry, if it's something I can do about the exit signs, it's hard.
I appreciate all you do. Thank you.
Mr. Allen, I wonder if you could give us a call. I'd like to go over something with Hal. No problem. I'll be outside when you're ready.
How you feeling, Chuck? I'm a little through, because this is a lot to ask. And if you're not up to it, just throwing this out there. Maybe you don't need to testify about it. No, I do. I'm the only person who can adequately explain the context of that tape. Otherwise, the defense will tear it to shreds. It's already a solid case. We have Jenny's statement from the pre-prosecution diversion. There's my testimony and the private eyes. Maybe there's no need to put you through the ringer like this. This isn't about me or my health. This is about PR. We lost a client. That happened because while you were incapacitated, your brother accessed documents that should have been secured at HHM. What Jimmy did is unconscionable, yes. But one of my jobs is to safeguard the firm's reputation. This not the time to worry about how we look. This is about what's right and what's wrong. I'm not going to risk Jimmy getting, what, a year's suspension? Maybe 2? He deserves disbarment, not some slap on the wrist. Now, Howard, there's only one way forward. Let justice be done, though the heavens fall. Sorry to keep you waiting.
At home, Kim and Jimmy brush their teeth, go over case notes, then arrive in court.
Good morning. I'm Robert Alley for the State Bar. In the matter of James M. McGill, the State Bar intends to prove the following violations of the Ethical Code. 16-102, engaging in conduct the lawyer knows is criminal. Mr. McGill certainly knew that breaking down his brother's door was criminal behavior. 16-804, committing a criminal act that reflects adversely on the lawyer's honesty or trustworthiness as a lawyer. Any reasonable person would agree that assaulting another lawyer in his own home reflects badly on Mr. McGill's fitness as an attorney. 16-304, unlawfully altering, destroying, or concealing material having potential evidentiary value. Mr. McGill broke into his brother's home and destroyed an audio cassette which contained a recording of a conversation between himself and his brother Charles McGill. We will show that this recording was evidence in an ongoing legal case. The State Bar believes that once we have presented the facts, the committee will agree that disbarment is warranted for James McGill. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Alley. Ms. Wexler?
Kim gets up from the table and approaches a podium.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. I'm Kim Wexler, co-counsel with James McGill for the defense. You've already read Mr. McGill's pre-prosecution statement. We don't dispute he broke into his brother's house, an act he regrets deeply. There is another side to this story, one not about calculation or ill intent, but about 2 brothers whose relationship, after years of strain, finally broke. We believe that after you have the complete picture, you'll understand James McGill is an asset to our legal community, and he should remain a full member of it in good standing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wexler.
Kim returns to her seat and Jimmy gives her a reassuring glance.
If everyone's ready to begin testimony, Mr. Alley, call your witness.
Howard.
Bang, bang, bang. Then he kicked down the door. Jimmy was very agitated. He was shouting. He demanded Charles turn over the evidence he'd been collecting.
Objection. We haven't
Herkes
established
benden
that tape is
korkmuş.
evidence.
Niye ya?
The defense has only acknowledged it as a piece of property.
Allow me to rephrase. Jimmy demanded an audio cassette in Charles's possession, which Jimmy proceeded, with the help of an iron fireplace implement, to pry from Charles's desk. He then broke the cassette into pieces and went on to confront his brother.
What happened after the defendant smashed this tape?
Mr. Brightville and I...
That's the private investigator that Charles hired?
That's correct. He and I were concerned that Jimmy might strike his brother. So that's when we stepped in.
Thank you, Mr. Hammond.
Certainly.
Nothing further at this time.
Ms. Wexler?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You testified you've known my client for some time. How long exactly?
Nearly 10 years.
How did you come to know him?
His brother asked to hire him in the mailroom at our firm.
And you did?
Yes.
What was your opinion of him then?
I thought he had a lot of get-up-and go. He was a hard worker.
You had a nickname for him, didn't you?
Charlie Hustle.
Charlie Hustle. How'd you feel when you found out he'd become a lawyer?
Surprised. He put himself through law school, taking the bar exam without telling any of the partners, even Charles.
He bootstrapped his way into a law degree while working in your mailroom. Did you consider taking him on as an associate?
We did. Briefly.
Sounds like you didn't hire him. Why not? Would
I'm
that kind
good,
of grit?
thank you. How
The
are you?
partners decided it would be best to avoid the appearance of nepotism. We felt hiring Jimmy might damage morale.
Nepotism. Your firm is Hamlin, and McGill, right? Who's the other Hamlin?
My father.
Ya açıl artık. Of.
Which partner was the most concerned with nepotism?
Charles McGill.
So Jimmy's own brother blocked him.
Objection. How are the hiring practices of Hamlin and McGill relevant here?
It's relevant to understand the relationship between these brothers.
We'll give you some leeway, Miss Wexler, but don't stray too far. Charles McGill is not the subject of this hearing.
Thank you. Did Jimmy know his brother was the one that prevented you from hiring him?
No, he did not. Eventually, he was hired by the firm of Davis and Main. I'd be happy to say more about that, if you'd like.
No, thank you. When Charles' condition appeared, Jimmy took care of it, didn't he? Jimmy was struggling to build his
Yine
solo
başladı.
law practice, and every
Yine
single day,
başladı.
without fail, he brought his brother food, supplies, even his favorite newspapers. Isn't that right?
He did.
Could you speak to the terms of Charles's leave of absence?
You know I can't. It was an FMLA leave. Anything more is confidential.
But you can confirm it was due to mental illness, correct?
Objection. Charles McGill's mental health isn't at issue. This is a smear job on the State Bar's upcoming witness, nothing more.
This is not a competency hearing, Miss Wexler.
Mr. Hamlin is not a psychiatric professional. Do you have any questions that would be more germane to his experience?
No. I have nothing further.
The witness is excused.
Howard leaves the stand. Jimmy peers over his shoulder. Francesca sits in the back of the room. They lock eyes and she shakes her head.
İki kez yaptım. Şunu iki kez de yamuk yapmam şoku.
At this time, the State Bar would like to enter Exhibit 5 into evidence. We ask that Charles McGill's recording be played.
I'm respectfully renewing my objection. The probative value of playing this exhibit is outweighed by how prejudicial it is.
All due respect to Miss Wexler, but the State Bar feels this is fundamental to hear. We don't want to leave any question as to the intentions of both parties.
Ms. Wexler, we already ruled this was fair game when we denied your motion.
Evet, Cadılar Bayramı.
I'll add the rough and tumble of your client's conduct aside. We need to know whether one lawyer attempted to tamper with another's evidence.
A cart with a tape recorder is wheeled into the courtroom. Jimmy turns around and looks to Francesca. She gets up.
What is she doing? Lights delayed. 40 minutes less than check. Shit. Okay, keep me posted.
She sits back down. Robert Alley and the clerk set up the tape recorder.
Thank you for your patience. The State Bar is ready to proceed.
Begging your pardon, the defense requests a moment to review, if we could.
All right. Are you ready?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Jimmy opens a large binder and flips through the pages with Kim. She puts her hands over the microphone as they whisper.
What are we doing?
Chuck at home alone.
Yes. Yes, my brother has many admirable qualities.
Evet.
In some ways, I can
Gördüğünüz gibi
say
ben de
I
cadılıyorum.
admire him. Too cold. I love my brother. Ted Kaczynski's brother loved him too, and he wanted to help. And sanctimonious. I love my brother. He's a good person. He is good in him.
Ne oluyor? Bu kediler 2 gündür kavga ediyor arkadaşlar.
You right there, Howard?
Chuck puts on his suit jacket.
The law is too important.
Courtroom, tape.
Arkadaşlar abone olmayı unutmayın. Birazdan sileceğim makyajı. Evet kızım, evet kızım, evet. Yeni gelenler hoş geldiniz. Hoş geldin Dilan, ne yapıyorsun? Garip sesler geliyor. Hilal profildeki civciv mi? Göremiyorum. Çok tatlıymış. Teşekkür ederim aşkım, hoş geldin. Ya bu civcivler uzun süre yaşamıyorlar ya. Küçük alınca yavru. Ben aldım kaç defa, hemen ölüyorlar. Nasıl bakıyorsun?
Robert stops the tape and waits for the chairman to speak.
All right, Mr. Alley, we need to make accommodations for your next witness, is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
All right. For those who don't know, we need to prepare the room. The clerk is going to collect your cell phones,
Ha
watches, key
Pinterest'ten
fobs,
o değil de
anything
Pinterest
electrical. If you
kapanacakmış
prefer
herhalde.
not to, please secure
Türkiye'de
your items
yasaklanacakmış. Bu
outside
doğru
this
mu?
room. Thank you for understanding.
Bilen var mı?
Your phone, sir?
I left it in the car.
Kokuyor diye. Civciv kokmuyor ya, ama işte her yere onlar da tuvaletini bırakıyorlar
Everyone in the
köpekler gibi.
courtroom places their devices into plastic bags. The clerk collects them in a large tote and takes them away. All the lights are turned off. A small amount of light comes in through the windows. A clock is removed from the wall. Outside, reserved parking traffic cones are removed as Howard drives up in his Jaguar, parking curbside. Chuck gets out of the passenger side.
Arkadaşlar abone olmayı unutmayın. Hoş geldiniz. Sudenes hoş geldin.
Inside now, Chuck
Kızlar yorum bıraksın aşağıya. Ben de bu makyajımı sileyim.
Chuck collides with a portly man coming down the stairs, jarring his newspapers. Chuck grabs it and hands it back.
Excuse me. Sorry.
With a satisfied look on his face, the portly man stops and turns to watch Chuck as he continues up the stairs. Courtroom, Chuck takes a stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Could you state your name?
Charles L. McGill, I'm a senior partner at the law firm of Hamlin McGill. Can the court reporter hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you fine.
Miguel, I'll try to be brief. We don't need to dwell on the burglary or the assault that you suffered.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
What I would like to hear about is this tape. What compelled you to make it?
I had a suspicion my brother had tampered with
Bana
documents.
kapatmadılar mı? O kalmıştı. Onu kapatırlarsa kendim kontrol edeceğim. Evet, kapanacakmış. Bir kere yasaklanacakmış. TikTok'ta gördüm ben de. Herkes bununla ilgili paylaşım yapıyordu. Ne alaka bilmiyorum ama. Hani Pinterest'te de kötü bir şey yok ki, var mı? Bilmiyorum. Ben hep böyle mimari, moda falan böyle şeyler takip ediyorum.
Did you have any evidence to support your suspicions about James?
No. My brother, whatever else can be said of him, can be quite clever. Did an excellent job of covering his tracks.
Objection. The witness has admitted there's no corroborating evidence this supposed crime even occurred.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Going to continue. It will extend you the same latitude on cross, Miss Wexler.
Go on, Mr. McGill.
Without physical evidence, I felt that a recorded confession, if I could get one, was my best.
Merhaba, iyiyim
On its
arkadaşım,
own,
siz
I knew the
nasılsınız?
tape would be somewhat flimsy, but it was a start, a foundation for a more ironclad case. I suppose that Jimmy must have felt the tape was decisive evidence on its own, otherwise he wouldn't have broken in to destroy it.
Objection. More speculation. How can he know what was going on in Jimmy's head?
Sustained. We just need to hear what happened, Mr. McGill.
I apologize. I recorded my brother to build a case against him.
And at the time, would you say that you were in possession of your faculties? All due respect, but you do sound somewhat unhinged on the recording.
Yes, I understand that, but what you heard was theater, a performance, play acting. I exaggerated the symptoms of my disease to extract the truth.
Can we talk about your disease for a moment? I'd like everybody here to be on the same page about it.
Of course. It is sometimes referred to as EHS, electromagnetic hypersensitivity. I describe it as an acute allergy to electromagnetism.
It's not a common condition, is it?
I know it sounds strange, I do. But 30 years ago, no one had heard of peanut allergies.
But you admit that no doctor has ever diagnosed you.
AIDS was not identified properly until 1981. HIV wasn't known as the cause until 83. These things take time to unravel, even for doctors.
Would you say that your illness affects your ability to think clearly?
No,
Arkadaşlar
it
hoş
actually
geldiniz. Çıkartıyorum
causes
makyajımı.
me great pain. However, I'm perfectly
Git o.
lucid.
Thank you.
Saçımı
Mr.
yıkasam iyi
McGill, I have
olur.
only one
Çok
more question for
değdirmek
you.
istemedim çünkü saçımı yıkayıp 2 saat kurutmak, fön çekmek beni çok yoruyor.
Absolutely not. I love my brother. There's nothing malicious in Jimmy. He has a way of doing the worst things for reasons that sound almost noble. But what I know for sure is that the law is too important to be toyed with. It's mankind's greatest achievement. The rule of law, the idea that no matter who you are, your actions have consequences. And the way my brother treats the law, it breaks my heart. That's why I did what I did. Not to hurt him, but to protect something that I hold sacred.
Thank you, Mr. McGill. The state bar rests.
Jimmy whispers to Kim.
I'm sorry, my co-counsel and I need a moment to confer.
Please be brief, Counselor.
Koreli
Yes,
sevgilim
of course.
oldu, ne güzel. Nasıl Koreliler?
Jimmy
Türk kızları
reopens
da
the binder,
Korelilere
flipping
bayılıyor
through
ya.
pages as he whispers with Kim.
Benim Koreli arkadaşım falan da hiç yok.
The courtroom door opens. Rebecca comes in, followed by Francesca. Chuck looks surprised. Rebecca speaks briefly with Howard, then Jenny gets up and shakes her hand.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry. Might I have a moment to get a breath?
Makyaj fark ediyor
Of
ya.
course, Mr. McGill.
Zaten 2 kat
Folks,
fondöten
let's call this
sürdüm beyaz
15.
olmak için.
Everybody please be back and ready to go on the hour.
Jimmy finishes his conversation with
Gözüm
Rebecca,
çıktı.
then leaves the room with the others. Chuck approaches her.
Rebecca,
Chuck, it's good to see you.
I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. Did Jimmy subpoena you? You're not on the witness list. You don't have to testify.
Ben de Korece biliyorum. Annyeonghaseyo.
What then?
Ben hiç bilmiyorum ya.
She told me. I can't believe what you've been going through. How long has it been?
You're here to help. Because all this is so stressful for me. Is that what Jimmy told you?
He's worried about you, Chuck. In spite of everything that's happened between the two of you, he cares.
What exactly did he say?
Well, that you have been sick, allergic to electricity. He sent me pictures of the house. Chuck, my God. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you, to worry you unnecessarily. But now you're here, and now you know.
I came because I thought it was the right thing. I thought, I don't know that you want me to, but I guess that I'm more of a distraction.
Arkadaşlar çıkardım,
I'm gonna
rahatladınız
be in
mı?
town for a few days.
Teşekkürler Ramazan. Arkadaşlar kanalıma abone olmayı unutmayın. Abla normalde de güzelsin maşallah. Ya bu bir cadı makyajı arkadaşlar. Halloween için öyle bir makyaj yapmıştım. Şimdi yüzümü, bu fondöten çok ağır bir fondöten. Yıkayıp gelmem lazım. 2 dakika bekleyin.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. You've been sold a bill of
Çift
goods,
aşamalı
Rebecca.
temizlik. Siz ne yapıyorsunuz?
I want you to see what's what.
Gidiyor musunuz Halloween'a falan?
Jimmy and Kim
Ne
stand by the
makyajı
vending machine in
yapıyorsunuz?
the hallway.
Bana da söyleyin. Teşekkür ederim.
She's not what I expected.
Teşekkürler Bayram.
I don't know, just not her.
Abone olmayanlar abone olsun aşklar. Bir 2 dakika yüzümü yıkayıp geliyorum, tamam mı?
This is over.
finishes off a bag of potato chips and puts it into a trash can. Courtroom.
Right. Mr. McGill, I'll remind you you're still under oath.
I understand.
At this time, I'd like to turn cross-examination over to my co-counsel, James McGill.
Jimmy stands and makes his way over to Chuck.
There's been a lot of fuss about it, but you and I never really talked about this tape you made.
We lost the opportunity when you burglarized my house to destroy it.
Fair enough. And I was in the wrong there, but still, I'd like to try and follow your story of why and how you recorded it.
Oh, is this where you claim the tape is spurious, but it's not really your voice?
No, that's me on the tape. But still, I have some questions. Like the recorder, it must have hurt like hell for you to touch that.
There was a degree of discomfort, that's true.
And where did you hide it? I mean, the sound's pretty clear, so it wasn't in the couch cushions, was it?
Tucked under his face blanket, out of sight.
Wow. So there's no chance I would see it. Not with the state your place was in, isn't that right?
I suppose.
Would you like to set the scene for the disciplinary committee? Tell them, you know, what your house looked like at the time of the recording.
Objection. Relevance?
Well, the circumstances of the recording are materially relevant. How can you know what the tape really means unless you know what was going on when it was recorded?
Overruled, the witness can answer the question.
I covered most of the walls with foil scrim-craft insulation. I also hung a number of space blankets. Compact mylar sheets. They insulate and protect against mild electromagnetic radiation.
Right, so shiny insulation and space blankets all over the walls and the ceiling. It was like being inside of a disco ball.
Do you have a point?
I'm impressed by how much work went into entrapping me. You went all out.
I didn't entrap you. I provoked an admission in adverse interest. That's not the same thing.
How did you know it would work?
What do you mean?
How did you know your provocation would work? Why'd you think a bunch of shiny plastic would make me say anything? Isn't it because you knew that it was precisely the thing that would worry me so much that I'd say anything to talk you down?
Objection.
Okay, withdrawn. Let's get back to your house. Every surface covered in tinfoil. Nothing crazy about that, huh?
As I've said, I was playing up my condition. Usually it's a perfectly normal house.
If you think your house is normal, can I call your attention to Exhibit 9?
Jimmy opens the binder and flips to photographs.
This is your house, right?
Yes.
Exposed wires. There's a camp stove. There's a lantern on top of newspapers. You call this normal?
I call them adaptations.
Evet, o anlama geliyor bu arada.
Medical condition.
Did the doctor who granted me
Evet,
guardianship
olsa
for
olur,
you think this
doğru.
was a physical condition? Objection.
Savunun kızlar.
TEG as evidence. Besides which, the panel has already ruled that Mr. McGill's mental health is not at issue.
No, the state bar opened the door to this on direct when the witness talked about his supposed play acting. Allowing me to follow up on cross is only reasonable.
We discussed the physical allergy, not a mental disability.
Potato, it comes down to this.
Kızlarım savunun
In
beni.
order to understand what I was thinking, you need to see Chuck through my eyes. You need to know if I believe that tape was evidence. And I say it was evidence of only one thing. My brother hates me. He claims that he lied to me to get me to tell the truth. And I'm telling you, I lied to my brother to make him feel better. Which of us you believe depends on how we all understand the mind of Charles McGill.
We did promise the defense some leeway. You may proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
But watch yourself.
Jimmy replaces the binder and exchanges a glance with Kim before proceeding.
Chuck, I'd like to go back a little further. Talk about when these symptoms first started. It was shortly after you were divorced, is that right?
Yes.
You think the stress of the divorce brought on the illness?
I doubt it. It was an amicable split. My ex-wife and I are still on good terms.
In fact, your ex-wife is present with us today, is she not? When was the last time you two saw each other?
Objection. This is not family court. We're not here to relitigate the witness's divorce. I can't see what purpose this serves.
I can. I'll tell you why my brother brought my ex-wife to this hearing. 4,000 miles she came, lured by concern for me. What Jimmy's driving at is the last time I saw her, I covered up my illness. I've been suffering from it for some time, but I went to great lengths to conceal that fact from her. I'm sorry I deceived you, Rebecca. I didn't want you to think less of me. Now Jimmy has outed me in front of you. You know why? To rattle me. He knows I still have a lot of feeling for my ex-wife. He's hoping this will break me down. Split me apart at the seams like a murderer confessing on an episode of Perry Mason. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Jamie. Have I answered your questions to your satisfaction? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I do. Earlier you talked about other diseases, physical conditions you said. So, okay, if you'd had, I don't know, lung cancer, would you have told Rebecca then?
If that had been the case, maybe I might have.
So how is this different?
Mr. McGill, move it along.
You don't have to answer that. I want to get down to brass tacks. I want to be very, very specific here. This illness, what does it feel like? You mentioned it's painful.
It is. There's a tightness in my chest, difficulty breathing, and pain. Burning pain. Pain spreads everywhere.
Sounds horrible. Does it hurt right now?
There's always some discomfort, yes. Electricity is everywhere in the modern world. But I very much appreciate the indulgence of the panel for their accommodation here today. I can handle this fine.
Jimmy gives Francesca a knowing look. She leaves the room and returns with a portly man.
Right, so with the lights out, you don't feel them.
If the current's not flowing, no.
Oh, sorry about the exit signs. I guess they couldn't kill those for you.
Well, they're not drawing much current and they're far away. The intensity drops off with distance per the inverse square law.
Oh, yeah, whoa, inverse square. I'm not a physicist. Could you dumb that down a shade for me?
The farther away it is, the stronger the source needs to be to have an effect.
Got it, got it. So if I
Kanka
was
nasıl
told that,
okuyayım
I'd say,
ki?
from a
Full
watch or
hakaret
something,
yani,
I got
anladın mı?
close to your skin, you'd know.
Evet Hilal.
Can
Yeni
you
gelenler
feel
hoş
more
geldiniz
current coming from any
arkadaşlar.
particular direction right now? From the back wall? Or from over there? Or up through the floor? Can you tell us where the nearest source is right now?
Jimmy, do you have something in your pocket?
Yes, I do. As a matter of fact.
Reaching into his suit jacket.
My cell phone. From this distance, you should feel it, and you don't, do you?
Mr. McGill, you were warned to leave your electronics outside.
It's all right. It's all right. May I?
Chuck picks up the cell phone and opens the back.
Just as I thought.
Hayır
The battery
arkadaşlar.
here.
Türk.
You remove the battery. That's a sorry little trick, isn't it?
Yeah, you got me, Chuck. Dead to rights. I removed the battery. Objection.
Sustained. You've taken all the leeway you're getting, Mr. McGill. Wrap it up fast.
God, Jimmy. Don't you know by now this is real? I feel this. It's a physical response to stimuli. It's not a quirk. What do I have to do to prove it to you?
I don't know, Chuck. Could you reach into your breast pocket and tell me what's there? What now?
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out an item, throwing it to the
Aynen
ground.
yapayız.
Can you tell the court what that
Aynı
was?
sizin gibi.
Battery.
Mr. Chairman,
You
please.
recognize that man in back? His name is Huel Babineau. He's on our witness list. You bumped into him in the stairway. He'll testify he planted this fully charged battery on you over an hour and a half ago.
Hour and 43 minutes.
An hour and 43 minutes. Thank you, Mr. Babineau. And you felt nothing.
No, it's a trick. It has
Enough is enough. I submit that Mr. McGill's mental illness is a non-issue. If he were schizophrenic, it wouldn't take away from the fact that the
I am not crazy. I am not crazy. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the copy shop to lie for it.
Mr. McGill, please, you don't have to go.
You think this is something? You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse. That's billboard. Are you telling me that a man just happens to fall like that? No, he orchestrated it. Jimmy. He defecated through a sunroof. And I saved him. I shouldn't have. I took him into my own firm. What was I thinking? He'll never change. He'll never change. Ever since he was 9, always the same. Couldn't keep his hands out of the cash drawer. But not our Jimmy. Couldn't be precious Jimmy. Stealing them blind. And he gets to be a lawyer? What a sick joke.
Jimmy yine sinir krizi geçiriyor.
I had the chance. And you have to stop him.
Jimmy'ye en son
Chuck
delirttiler.
stops, realizing the committee is staring. Rebecca brings her hand to her forehead.
I apologize. I lost my train of thought. Got carried away.
Ben kaçırdım şu an niyetinizi.
Do you have anything
Bana
else?
da anlatın.
Nothing further.
Jimmy takes his seat. Chuck stares up at the illuminated red exit sign. Credits dedicated to our friend Dave Marzelli Smith Esquire.
Ya bir şey söyleyeceğim arkadaşlar, bu YouTube'daki yayın izleyen insanlar bazen çok enteresan yorumlar yapıyor. Beni çok şaşırtıyorsunuz. Ne alaka? Oğlum YouTube'da da böyle şeyler demezsin ya, ne bileyim.
At his restaurant on Michoacano, Hector stands behind the counter helping himself to coffee.
Beni şoka uğrattınız yani.
He adds sugar and an employee in the kitchen passes him a stir stick. After stirring his coffee, he discards the stick onto the countertop, takes a slurp of coffee and heads to a table in the deserted dining area. He reads a magazine, then a newspaper. At a nearby table, Nacho sits with his back to Hector, counting money. A bearded, bald man sits on the other side of the table, waiting. Nacho finishes counting the wad of money, rolls it up, and secures it with a rubber band. He tosses the roll into a bag on the floor, filled with dozens of others, then nods to the man.
Abla ilk gördüğümde İngiliz sandım.
The bald bearded man gets up. He is tall,
Ya
stocky,
normal
and covered in
insanlar oyun
tattoos.
falan oynuyorlar. Ben izliyorum arada mesela. Oyun falan oynuyorlar.
Hector ignores
Bir
him,
tane
nodding
teyze
and looking
örgü
up from his
yapıyordu
paper.
geçen. Genelde oyun yayınları falan vardı. Ben de oyun oynayacağım ama şu an yeterli ekipmanım yok.
Next, a man arrives at the restaurant looking uncomfortable. He has short dark hair and a beard. He stuffs his hands in his pockets and gives a tentative nod as he walks in the door. He stands waiting until Nacho motions for him to come to the table.
Hola, don Hector.
Hector ignores him.
Hey, Nacho.
Have a seat.
Nacho holds his hand in anticipation of money. None is offered.
How's your dad?
Fine.
Business good?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Hayır, ben erkeklerin yayınını zaten
Hey, man, I
izlemesin
was
diyorum.
thinking
hep.
it's Corolla. His thoughts were
Çünkü benim
messy.
kanalım daha çok kadınlara hitap
Ate the
ediyor.
stuffing.
Nacho snaps his fingers for the money and the man nods, reaching into his pocket. Nacho takes the money, removes the rubber band, then counts it.
So, one of my guys, new kid, got spooked by a cruiser and ran. Dumped his stash in the gutter.
Let me finish.
Hilal çıldırdı.
You're right.
Aslında önceden izleyicilerin %80 erkek. Erkek değildi. Bu erkekler nasıl keşfettiğini düştüm bilmiyorum. Yanlışlıkla keşfetlerine düştüm herhalde.
Got my shit, man. Swear.
All right. Make it up next week.
Thank you, Nacho. Connected.
Hector does not look up from his newspaper. The man leaves. Hector.
Who works for who? Huh?
With his back still to Hector, Nacho lets his eyes slide shut and he takes a deep breath. He storms outside. Hector calmly reads the paper and sips his coffee. He drags the man back inside, throwing him on the floor.
No, come on.